guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna do just a little bit of a grocery haul slash Aldi shopping today with me. So I decided it'd be fun to kind of bring you guys along. Today is Sunday. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. I think it's about 32 degrees, so it's a little on the chilly side, but I'm gonna get it all done this morning, do a little bit of grocery haul for you guys, and then if you stick around till later in the video today, I'm also gonna do like a mini cook with me and kind of show you one of my favorite recipes that my husband and I really like. So for now, I'm going to mask up and I'm going to take my quarter, of course, and my cute quarter holder, and we're gonna get to shopping. I'll see you guys inside. Alright guys, so I just finished up at Aldi. I am going to go ahead and make a stop at Walmart real quick just because it's across the street. There's a couple things that Aldi didn't have that I need to get. So I'm going to go ahead and head over there, and then I'll be home to kind of show you guys everything that I got. Alright guys, so I am back from grocery shopping. Like I said, I got pretty much everything from Aldi, with the exception of a few things that I did have to get from Walmart just because Aldi doesn't necessarily carry some of those things. So I figured I'd kind of just go through and kind of show you guys what we've got here. Now this is pretty typical for just my husband and I. It's just the two of us. And this is about 2 weeks worth of groceries here, minus like a few staple items we have in the pantry, things like that. So with that being said, I spent about $111 on all of this at Aldi, and then just a couple bucks at Walmart for a few things. So over here, I just kind of start out with, I always get one of the big packs of chicken breasts just because it's a great deal. Usually they're a little bit cheaper than this, but they almost always have a sale. But there are 6 chicken breasts in here, so I will divide them by 2. So I'll put 2 and I'll kind of divide them into freezer bags. That way, that is 3 different chicken meals for both my husband and I, plus leftovers for lunches for us for work. I did pick up some chicken thighs as well. I thought maybe we could do like some barbecue chicken thighs this week. We typically like that a lot. I usually throw them in the crock pot as well. Super moist, super yum. Also picked up some bratwurst. We usually have this with mac and cheese. My husband loves bratwurst. So we also really like these things. I call them little riblets. That's what I call them. But they're just boneless pork style ribs. They don't have bones in them though. So I picked up 2 of these because we like these better than actual pork chops. So we'll make those with like mashed potatoes or some sort of pasta dish or something. So, of course, I did get some eggs. We don't typically eat beef too much, but I figured, you know, once or twice a week, this was a pretty good size steak. So we'll actually cut this into 2 and use it twice for who knows what. We might make tacos out of it. We might make something out of it. Or a roast with just some vegetables. So I got that. Also got some bacon. I had a really bad craving for some BLTs, so I picked up some bacon. And then I do get just the brick cheeses. I just like the Colby Jack because I love to snack on grapes and cheese cubes. So instead of buying my own cheese cubes, I just make my own. So I will cut those up later and put them into a container. Also picked up some chicken patties. I love these because they are so versatile and so yummy. So this bag will last us 2 meals. So typically I will make like a chicken parmesan with half of it. And then the other half I will just use like a white based sauce, just like a white gravy almost. And then just serve that over the chicken patties with some mashed potatoes as well. So pretty yummy, super easy, super cheap meals as well. That's kind of what I usually try to do when I'm picking out my meals for the week. So Again, we have some milk here as well. We don't typically, it's kind of sad, we don't even go through a whole half a gallon of milk typically in 2 weeks, but we do like it for odd and end things, you know, making waffles or something or with breakfast. Cheese, as always, I use cheese for a bunch of different recipes. Some heavy whipping cream, I am using that for a recipe that I'm going to show you guys today for a soup that I'm making. Picked up some provolone for some chicken parmesan. Just some broccoli, I always like to keep these on hand. My husband doesn't eat vegetables a lot, but I love to just throw these in for dinner, easy peasy. Did get some vegetable stock as well. I use that for my soup. I did have to go to Walmart to get lemon juice for some reason. I could not find it at Aldi, so I got some lemon juice. And then another thing we like to do with the chicken, I already have white rice, but I like to toss some just cooked chicken in this General Tso's sauce, super yum, over some rice. And then just some basic kind of pantry staples. We did need some more mashed potatoes. I just like these little instant mashed potatoes. They're super easy, super convenient, and they just go great with anything that you make, really. So again, some of these packet sauce things, I just love them as seasonings. I know it's going to sound crazy, but I just love to toss these like on my meat or on my little potatoes, and they make great seasonings. Also, we're going to have tacos this week, so got some taco seasoning. Same thing with the ranch as well, super versatile. You can pretty much toss it onto anything and it's going to make it taste good. So tomato soup, as always, I'll try to keep some soup on hand. We do like to have like grilled cheese one night, grilled cheese and turkey sandwiches, so we'll have some tomato soup with those. Cream of mushroom, I kind of use those with my pork a lot of times to help keep it moist. Black beans, I have tons of corn, but I did not have any more black beans, so I went ahead and picked up some more of that. Did get a little bit of turkey as well. We just like this big turkey packet. We use it for sandwiches, random snacking. I'm more of a snacker than I am a meal eater, so I get this to kind of snack on during the day with my grapes and cheese cubes. And then I did pick up, my husband and I both, just some chips. We love to just kind of snack. These are my husband's favorite. So we just get the Kettle brand chips. Super yum, especially the jalapeno. And these I've had before, but I've never had the everything bagel seasoning ones. So I'm going to try these and see how it goes. I'm sure they'll be pretty yummy, but you never know. So also some pasta sauce, because you never know. Sometimes it's easy to just throw some spaghetti on, or to use with my chicken parmesan as well. Peanut butter, some mayo, like I said, for BLTs, or sometimes I'll make a chicken salad as well. Some barbecue sauce, and then here's just kind of some fresh produce that I picked up as well. This is pretty typical for us. Like I said, grapes for sure. Some lettuce, I will use it for, you know, sandwiches, hamburgers, things like that. Same thing with the tomatoes, BLTs, sandwiches, things like that. Also had to pick up some baby carrots. I love them just to eat with ranch. And then also I'm going to use them for my soup today as well. And then I did have to go to Walmart to get shredded lettuce, because if you are an Aldi shopper, you know Aldi does not have shredded lettuce for some reason. So I don't like to shred it myself, so I'm very lazy. And so I just went to Walmart and picked that up. And then some noodles as well. These are for my recipe later today. I'm going to make like a creamy home-style chicken noodle soup. So one of my husband and I's favorite recipes, so I'm going to use it for those. A few more just pantry things. So we just always keep shells and cheese on hand. Way better than original macaroni if you've never tried. And then we love these things, my husband and I. These are just a perfect grab and go, especially with him for work. He just grabs 2 of these in the morning. So I will usually get a pack of them and just kind of set them out in the pantry. That way they're easy for him to grab, easy for me to on my morning walks, things like that. So of course got some bread and then some tortillas. Did have to get some coffee. So I've actually never tried this coffee before from Aldi. I've always tried their other brands. And we don't really love Aldi coffee, but I seen that it was different and I was like, well, we'll go ahead and try it and kind of see how it goes. So it's just a medium roast. We don't really like dark roast and we don't really like blonde roast either. So I figured that was pretty good. And then you guys have probably seen this in the background, but I seen this at Walmart and I just could not keep myself from buying it. I don't know. I looked at it and I walked away and then I walked right back to it. I just thought it would be so yummy to try. I guess they really can make anything into cereal nowadays, but the oatmeal cream pie cereal I thought was really funny. This is at Walmart, so if you guys want to try it too, let me know if you've already tried it or if you want to try it. It's at Walmart. So it looks super, super good, super yum. So, oh, sorry, just turned the garbage disposal on. But like I said, that's kind of just our basics. This will last us 2 weeks, kind of with me meal prepping and planning, aside from like the occasional us going out to eat, things like that. So if you guys want me to kind of make out some meal plans below as well, or do like a meal planning video, let me know as well. I thought that would be kind of fun, but today I am going to kind of do a little bit of a recipe as well that you guys can watch. So I'm going to go ahead and get everything put away and cleaned up. I will try and film a little bit of that so you guys can kind of see my pantry and my fridge, and we'll go from there. So next what we're going to do, I'm just going to kind of go along with you as you watch. I'm going to make what I consider just a creamy home-style chicken noodle soup. I probably do it a little bit differently than other people, but I feel like that creaminess really makes it, and my husband loves it. So first, as you've seen, I just added a little bit of olive oil to the bottom of the pan just to kind of give the veggies something to cook in and coat. And then of course I'm gonna cut up my veggies. So I had about half a white onion, and then I'm using about 3 stalks of celery. And then you'll see me use about a handful or 2 of baby carrots just to chop them up really fine. Same thing with the other vegetables. Chop them up pretty small so that way they don't take as long to cook. And then, like I said, this recipe is super, super easy. It's a super fun weeknight meal. It's also a one-pot meal, which I know a lot of you will probably love. It makes it super easy for cleanup and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the carrots and everything. And then of course a little bit of salt and pepper to just the veggies and the olive oil. And then I'm gonna turn it on like a medium heat, about a 6 or a 5, just to kind of get it cooking. And I will let the veggies cook for a little while in the pan before I even add the chicken. And here I am using 2 chicken breasts, and I'm just cubing them up really fine. So while I'm doing this, of course, like I said, the veggies are cooking on the stove. I get those started first because they do take a little bit longer to cook, because you do not want to bite into a crunchy vegetable when you're having soup. So I'm going to finish up cutting these, and then next I'm going to kind of add it, let it all cook in, and then of course I'm going to use my seasonings as well. And as you can see, they got a little bit crispy on the bottoms here, so I'll kind of show you guys. I also forgot to mention that I'm using heavy whipping cream. But for my seasonings, I'm going to use garlic salt, lemon pepper, and then Italian seasoning to make sure the veggies and the chicken are well coated. You can kind of do it to taste. That's just kind of what I've learned in my couple years of being moved out and cooking. I learned a lot of that kind of taste and smell skill from my mother. So I thank her for all of that, because it seems to have made me a pretty good cook. So considering my husband will actually eat this meal because he is relatively picky. So you'll probably see me add quite a bit of seasoning in here. The lemon pepper was a little bit more open than I thought it was, so it kind of dumped out quite a bit, but it really just makes it taste good. So whatever's up to you. Also, I wanted to add, you can make this a vegan version as well, which I have also done previously. Instead of the heavy whipping cream, you can substitute it for like full fat a coconut milk. And then for the chicken, you can sub out for chickpeas. I've done both before. My husband doesn't super love the second version. He loves this version, of course, but you can make it either way. So I let the chicken fully cook as well in the pan, just kind of let things boil a little bit. And then I am going to turn the heat up so that way when I add the chicken stock, it will start to boil, because I am going to let that boil for a little bit first. And then after that, I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice. You guys do not have to add lemon juice to yours, but that's just what I wanted to use. I like that little bit of bitterness and sour just to kind of cut the intensity of the heavy whipping cream. That way it doesn't feel, coat your mouth and make it feel kind of just milky. So I add that, and then of course, let it boil for a little bit. As you can see, it's just about to. Gonna stir it up, and then I'm gonna add my heavy whipping cream. And then when you add your heavy whipping cream, you'll see here in a clip or two, just be careful because it is a cream. It will overboil. So as I stir, you can kind of see that I'm watching for that. And then the noodles, I just kind of eyeballed. I used about 3/4 of the box. So I didn't use the whole box of pasta. But my husband and I like it to be pretty full. He likes more noodles and chicken and vegetables than he does broth. So it works out for both of us because I like more broth than I do all the vegetables and things. So he will take the majority of the chunks and things like that. So here's what I was talking about with overboiling. I was going to put the lid on, but then I was like, I kind of want to watch it and make sure it doesn't overboil and make a huge mess on my kitchen countertop. So here's the final result. Super yum, super easy. Let me know if you guys have any more questions. Enjoy!